Today we are expanding our transformed ancient city on Kingdom of Galekin with a huge underground castle for the Warden King. You guys seem to enjoy the last episode a lot, so this time I even tell the story of the Deep Dark and what happened to it. So let's start with the terraforming and planning. We will need a huge cave carved out from this mountain. We are so deep down that we have a lot of room to work with. I'm using the usual wall planning method to plan out the skeleton of the build, so I will know how much room we will need for the castle. After fixing up the cave, I used the special word edit command to create this blob color. It will help us create a realistic color for the terrain. I'm using deep slate, granite, tuff and stone mix. Then we continue with the skeleton. I want tall towers, lots of room, tall roofs and a huge main hall for the king. After that I planned out the windows, doors and other elements of the build. Hundreds of years ago, the ancient city was a peaceful, thriving settlement under a rich mountain where the villagers lived in abundance. They often spoke about a mythological creature they worshipped and even built a statue for it. But everything changed when one of them found a unique gem in one of the caves, an echo shard. Let's continue with painting the castle. I used deep slate, sandstone, prismarine and warped wood to create contrasting colors for the building. I used lots of soul lighting in the build and also made some water pools next to it. Then the detailing part begins with the main gate, including lots of spikes, chains and iron bars to create a spooky feeling. By the way, I'm using the rethinking voxel shadows for this video, which makes these cool light effects all around the building. Then I continue with the side walls and the towers on each side. These areas will have some epic loot you can find while exploring the castle. Now I'm building the tower behind it and using gradients and build hacks to create a unique look. Moving on to the main hall, the home for the king. This is the biggest structure in the castle and I spent hours detailing and tweaking it. Then some finishing touches to the exterior, and the detailing part is done. The scientists working for the king started to experiment with the echo shard and created contraptions below the statue, using redstone and other contraptions. And eventually found a way to open up the portal, but what's on the other side? Next part is the interiors, starting with the main entrance. The halls of the castle is filled with sculk nowadays, and you can easily summon the wardens if you are not careful. I even included a weird shrine which grew out of the ground, same way as the warden. And I created a cool chandelier design too. Moving on, I decorated the halls and the side towers, filled with interesting things you can find. Same with the other towers, but this one includes a much more detailed treasure area and even a survivor base for you. Next one is the main hall, with lots of sculk and warden decorations. I used the item display feature to create this echo shard artifacts displayed on the walls. Then I decorated the upper levels and the roof. With another chandelier design, perfect for the King's Hall. And finally, I used an ancient build technique to create a mirrored floor design, flipping the castle upside down and pasting it below the glass. I'm decorating a bit more, then summoned the Warden King, and scaled it up with the Pakui mod. And with that, the building is done. The castle was once home for the mighty king of the ancient city, who ordered the scientists to open up the Warden portal, but he didn't know about the consequences. Sculk came out of the portal, then the Wardens, quickly killing all villagers and capturing a city as their own for centuries. It's your job to clean out the mess and restore this once great civilization. Thank you guys for watching, and if you want to play on this map, check out the first link in the description, and I will see you in the next episode.